Hi, my name is Kiana Walker. I go to school at West Technical Educational Center, and my teacher name is Miss Manderville. I wrote an essay called Breaking Point, and I'm going to read it now. So, when I think about a breaking point in my life, there's only one thing that comes to mind. And no, it's not bad, but it's also not good. The breaking point of my life was the desire to get back on track and finish school. Not finishing school was probably one of my worst decisions and something I will always be ashamed of. What started that breaking point, you may ask? Well, it was probably looking around, seeing friends and family graduating, but not me. And it was the experience of looking for a job. Nowadays, you need a diploma or GED for just about everything. At that point, I already knew it was time for a change, for me to become a better me and more successful me at that. The first thing I remember was texting my god sister. She had just recently received her GED, and I wanted to know the process she went through to accomplish that. I was nervous, I'm not gonna lie. But I remember her giving me a stern talk to. She didn't sugarcoat anything to make it seem like it was going to be the easiest thing in the world. She gave it to me straight, and I thank her for that. After the talk with my family about going back to school, I was thrilled and nervous at the same time. I was ready to grow from my past mistakes. The first thing I did was sign up online and pay my fees. When the time for school came, I was ready. I prepared myself days before school started, getting all types of supplies I probably didn't even need to buy. Mind you, during this time, we were and still are in a pandemic, which made things a little harder. Being at home doing online classes, you aren't really focusing. You have thousands of things distracting you from what's important, not to mention sitting in front of a computer for hours. I know it'll be worth it in the end. I feel that choosing to go back to school was a great decision for me. I just want to succeed and do better with my life and become the person my siblings look up to. I'm going to make it my mission to do that no matter how many helpless moments I've had. I'm not done succeeding and might have a long way to go. I'm glad I figured out what I want to do and who I want to be. So this was my breaking point in life. Thank you for taking the time out to read about my journey.
Hello, I am Igor. I'm student in literacy Liga, and my teachers is Colin Nor and Paula Science, and I study about 2 years. Now I want to read my essay about Orlando. There is no heaven of earth, but there is Orlando, a slice of heaven. This is story of my acquaintance with Orlando, which happened several years ago. I will tell you how I gradually got to know this beautiful city. The first thing I saw when I arrived in Orlando was the airport. I have never seen such a beautiful, comfortable, and pleasant airport with its own 4 small trains. And this is great because everyone immediately understands that they must have come to a wonderful place. Residents of the city know that it is named after Colonel Michael Norman Wright McCoy. When you go outside the terminal and breathe in the Orlando air, you are amazed at its purity and the freshness of nature, trees and herbs. There is a lot of greenery and purest oxygen flow into the air, and affectionate sunbeams touch you gently. Everything around is green and blooming, and among the greenery, ibises, cranes, and herons are walking. Squirrels are jumping, and in some places, alligators are crawling. But where the alligators are, there is usually a fence. Although that does not mean you should be careless. It wasn't always heaven here. There was a swampy area without roads, but with alligators and mosquitoes. What was formerly in Florida can be understood from the fact that all central and eastern Florida was called Mosquito County. The labor of hard-working people has transformed this area into a beautiful country, akin to a paradise. Besides the fresh and wonderful air of Orlando, you will notice something else. You will notice that the locals are very welcoming and friendly. Don't be surprised if the strangers you meet wish you a good day or smile. It's accepted here. Residents of the city know that name Orlando, according to a legend, was given to honor a soldier named Orlando Reeves, who died here. The name Orlando is considered as an amulet. Maybe therefore hurricanes bypass the city of Orlando. The parking lots in Orlando look more like airfields. If you drive further from downtown, you will see huge parking areas literally everywhere. Even the smallest stores where 5 customers cannot squeeze into have an excellent parking lot for a dozen cars. Everything is in harmony with the tropics, but people from the north say that there are hurricanes. Even though Florida gets the most hurricanes, Orlando is typically safe because hurricanes almost always come from the east or from the west. So our Orlando is not a comfortable place for hurricanes. And this beautiful city just suits me. I realized this when I got to know the city. I hope you will agree with me when you get to know Orlando better. If you live here, then you understand. Then you are very lucky to be an Orlandoan. That's all. Thank you.
My name is Mary Courtois, student at Boynton Beach Community High School, and I want to say thank you. Son of my mother. My mom from the city of Delma in Haiti. She is a beautiful and clever woman. When my father passed away, she gave up a full-time job to open a business in her house with the money she saved from the piggy bank. Her family and friends thought that was too risky and insane. They say to my mom, "Your husband just died and left you 4 kids to take care of, and now you quit your job?" That was a bad idea. But my mom always believed in her goal. For her, that was the best shot because her job didn't pay enough to survive with 4 children. Her best plan was to open a corner store. The store hours were from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day except Sunday. My mom is a religious woman. She always started the day with prayer and worship to God. My mom did not finish high school and she never went to the college to study business. She has a talent for business. She believes in hard work, and she's very good in mathematics and knows how to sell and interacting with clients. With determination, the corner store became a substantial grocery store. She became a successful businesswoman and had the biggest grocery in the district. According to my mom, there are 5 characteristics that you need to have in your life in order to achieve success. 1, believe in God. And second, believe in yourself. Third, don't be scared to take risks when necessary. Fourth, discipline and talent go together, but discipline is the key. Work hard and as well. This honest woman teaches me to never give up in your dreams. Don't be afraid of failure. That means failure is okay. It's part of your life. When you fall, you raise and you try again and again. My mom is amazing. She's the person I admire most in the world. Thank you. Thank you a lot. Thank you, all people from Boynton Beach College. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Brenda from Monroe County Adult Education Center. My teacher is Miss Josephson, and I will share with you my essay. Swimming in unknown water. We feel brave because we took the first step. We transform our backbone in a shell to stay strong. But we are the most delicate and fragile ones alone. We are alone still when we found a group to which belong. We are attractive and different because where we come from. Yet we do our best effort to fit in spite of our difference. They took at us wondering why we are here, how our reality could have been to raise unknown waves. Still few understand our answer and craves. To change the atmosphere required us to adapt ourselves. We open our eyes and our mind to accept this type of streams. Low, calm, high, furious tides in our side. We grow up with less fear. Anyway, if we study the rules, we trip over. Everybody is ready to remind us our origins. We will learn to ascertain ourselves by all means. How brave we feel now because we know different water. We succeed by alternating our weakness with our charm. We are victorious and available to whatever the current may be. Thank you.
My name is Romain Carline. I'm a student at Village Readers. I have a nice and wonderful teacher. Her name is Miss Kiana. 17 months. 17 months ago, I made the big decision to take in English class. It was one of the best decisions that I have ever made. I call it a turning point in my life. Before I took English class, I was so dependent. Everywhere I went, I needed someone with me to translate each thing that I wanted to say. Since I have taken English class, everything has changed. In the past, it was difficult for me to help my children with their homework, but now it is easier for me to help them and to communicate with them in English. 17 months ago at work, I had some problems understanding and answering correctly. Most of the times, I answered by saying yes or no. Since I have gone to school, I became another person. Now I can communicate with my boss and my coworkers more easily than before. Taking English class has been one of the most important changes that happened to me. And I bless the day when this change happened to me because I am free to communicate without someone translating for me.
Good morning. My name is Robert Brooks. I take a GED course at Flagler College. I decided I went to go back to high school to try and get my diploma, and maybe I'll be successful at doing it. So this is my essay, a quick towards obtaining a high school diploma. Who would have thought that I would be back in school at the ripe age of 70? We went back in around 1968 in the 12th grade. I got kicked out of Miss Thomas' class because of my unusual behavior. The day she kicked me out, she said if I return to her class, she will throw the entire school building at me. Will passing her class were a requirement to graduate. Through I was not available to graduate with my class of 1968. Occurring, my mother was upset and disappointed that I had gone through 12 years of school without graduating. And most of all, important to receive my high school diploma. I said within myself that I would one day go back to school and earn my high school diploma. However, I so did decided that I had to go to work. Through the years, I were blessed to get a well-paying job, so I did not make it back to school. However, I decided to get my high school diploma, remain in my heart. Today, I am pleased to say that I am on my way to achieve my goal and receive my high school diploma. How I wish my mom were here to see me, but I know she will be looking down on me on that special day with a smile from heaven. I would like to thank Miss Winbush, my first teacher, for doing such a great job with me. And I compliment Mr. Baxter, Dr. Baxter, and he have learned me a lot. And so I feel satisfied with both of my teachers, and I'm happy with them. And also Miss Becky, she's a wonderful coach in the evening time. Very nice. I love all of them.